Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you.
Good morning.
We just had a fantastic weekend. I mean, obviously the weekend wasn't yesterday because it was Monday. Why didn't we do this yesterday? I guess you were out yesterday when this all happened. Good morning, Pat. The girls were just here. And I think we've mentioned this, that show Young Enough. Big problem showing it to your grandkids because your grandkids, they may get brave watching this show. And now our grandkids want to walk to our house all the time. Now it's very close,
Yeah.
but still they have to go in the streets, and there are some speed bumps along the way. So I think we're pretty much protected that way. But my God, these girls that are 3 and 4 want to come to our house alone. So today
It's terrifying, but it's also very cool.
it is cool. So today, when Christy told me this, I kind of went and stood by their house waiting,
Stalking.
Well, no, I just didn't want them to come by themselves. I wanted to see how it went, and I mean, they're good. Amberlyn, of course, is in bare feet on dirt roads, which just
But
astounds
so are
me.
half the other kids.
No, these kids all in the
They
neighborhood are
love
like
it.
that. I know,
Good
it's
morning,
so
Lori.
weird.
Good morning, Curtis. Good morning, Leslie. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning, everybody.
So yeah, I think that as far as the earthing grounding thing goes, that's
She's
good.
pretty grounded.
She's
yeah.
pretty grounded.
She should
that
be
way.
sometimes too.
She should be grounded.
She's a sassy. She was a little bit sassy last night. We were watching the girls as Mommy and Daddy went to a movie.
Oh, she told you off yesterday. Like she told you off.
Oh, I know. So I told her.
And then
off.
she was hiding under the slide that we have in the pool. So it's like, you can't see me. And then she's kind of sniffle. Then all of a sudden she's like, I'm back. I'm alive. I'm the cutest kid in the world. You must love me.
She kind of is.
She kind of is. And we also had Amelia yesterday, which was a joy and a treat. She's a good kid too. I mean, they're all good young girls. They really, truly are.
Yeah, they're fun to be with. We spent an hour or so in the pool last night. Watched some shows with them, and then we came in and just after everybody had the pool time, showered because Zach and Chuita got back around 9:30, 10 o'clock. After they had the pool time and showered and everything, we just cuddled on the couch and watched Smurfs.
The Smurfs, yeah.
And then we switched to
Bluey.
We did some
did
Star Wars cartoon, and then we went to Bluey, which Bluey is just...
Bluey's a cute
for
show.
little kids, Bluey is a good show because it's two sisters and the mommy and daddy are together. They're not divorced or mom hasn't died and everything in Disney.
But even the nut jobs have still gone on. Apparently there's an episode where for 45 or 50 seconds, the mom and dad are standing on the scales talking about, we got to lose some weight, blah, blah, blah.
So now apparently, they're talking at fat shaming.
Fat shaming. Like, what the hell, man?
Good morning, Michelle.
When did it become okay to be large and get diabetes and die sooner? How many really fat old people have you seen? Not many. So it's just funny that these people are like, I must die sooner. It's just stupid. I mean, Christy and I, obviously, a little on the larger side. It does affect us. We know it. There are things that we've done, things that we could be doing, but we're not.
Well, we kind of are. We're doing intermittent fasting, and so...
Okay, we're doing intermittent fasting. We should be doing something better. I've got all these weights upstairs. We should be using those.
You haven't even... Your son is the one that set them up. You're the one that wanted to buy those weights.
It's true.
Don't you tell me we should be using them.
It's true, though. So what's going on in your world? Anybody coming to Mexico? Who's in Mexico right now? What is going on in Mexico at this moment in time? I was watching a great video yesterday from 2 years ago. It was talking about the 10 countries that Mexicans go to retire. And it started, I think Italy was number 10, then Peru. We go up the ladder. Number 1, Mexico. Mexico, the number 1 place for Americans to retire to outside of America. And it's a smart thing to do, to come to Mexico. I can speak with authority on that. Also, I watched a great video that I think we need to do. And it's it's a guy who left Syria, Cambodia, someplace like that, and he went to Canada, and he did a 20-year update. We need to do a 20-year update of our life in Mexico, what that 20 years has meant to
Oh
us.
gosh, do we are our memories that good?
Yeah, I don't know. But I think for us, our lives have transformed incredibly in a good direction.
Wendy, good morning. And Sherry, I agree. You should be here. It's lovely.
It is, even though the heat just turned up a bit.
It's ramped up a little bit. Yeah. And everybody now is saying that it's an El Nino year. And so that means it's going to be hot and dry.
There's always something. You know, these people, there's always some kind of emergency or there's something going on that they need to regulate, etc. How the hell do you regulate an El Nino? But I think El Ninos and this stuff is probably just created so when it goes against what the narrative is, and then it's El Nino.
Mm-hmm.
You can't fight El Nino, but you can fight kids. You can fight children.
No, you can't.
And that's what El Nino is. I guess, is it the son or is it the child?
Nino is kid, like child, yeah.
And
And son.
it's boy. It's young boy.
Yeah.
Took Bailey to the vet yesterday. The vet says Bailey is not dying. Vet just said that she's got like the equivalent of kennel cough. Is that what you said? Are you going to pay attention?
No. Kind of like a kennel cough, yeah. And so he gave her a couple of shots, 3 shots actually.
They give shots for everything. It doesn't matter if you're a human or you're an animal. Just break out the needles, man.
But he wanted to know if it would help, and it seems to have. She's still coughing a little bit, but not nearly as much as she was yesterday.
Well, yesterday it did sound like she was going to die.
Yesterday was bad. She sounded horrible. Today, not so bad. So I've got to call him and tell him that it seemed to work, I think. And then he might give us some liquid medication for her for a little while. So we'll go from there and see.
Maybe you need a shot too. You're hemming to death.
I know. My throat's been really dry the past couple of days. It had been sore. It's a little bit sore, but it's definitely dry and hemmy.
That's so weird because at nighttime, sometimes I'll hear this strange noise that wakes me up.
Oh, and at nighttime, always I hear that strange noise coming from you. So,
whatever.
I wouldn't talk.
I have my sleep thing, and it tells me when I'm being too loud or not. And
it doesn't tell you when you're being too loud.
It kind of does. I've got these oxygen, or these spikes that go up, breathing differentials.
Leslie says she'd give her eye teeth to be there. No, because then when you smile, it would look funny.
It looks fun. Amberlynn and Taylor both have a brown tooth, the same tooth.
And a little boy at church
boy does too at church. Like
rough and tumble kids, bumping their heads, their mouths on each other's heads. And
it is so weird because when Amberlynn smiles now, it looks like she's missing a tooth.
Yeah, Taylor's isn't as bad, but her teeth are smaller than Amberlynn's too.
Yeah. But Taylor will be losing teeth very soon.
Yeah, she's almost 5.
She is almost 5. And she's very excited to be
dog
almost
COVID.
5.
Wendy's calling it dog COVID. That's how bad she wants to be here, says Leslie. She'd give up some teeth.
Wow.
Morning, Clem. So, booked our ticket to Italy yesterday. Or tickets, I guess, because I did let John come with me.
You had a bit of a chore doing that.
Yeah. But it looks like we've got good seats, and we leave on the 6th.
What was the cost to take us from Mexico City, not from here,
right?
From Mexico City to Milan? How much?
It was $1,800 US dollars for the 2 of us one way.
That's not good. But I mean, we're gonna have a great time.
But the round trip tickets right now are even more. I mean, the return tickets. So I will keep looking.
Yeah, we need to join some. If there's any kind of travel clubs or anything that you guys know, no.
Some people have used Costco, which isn't available to us here.
Costco. Who uses Costco for anything? Do you know they're closing 20 Costco's? Closing 400 Burger Kings? Like, this is real what's happening right now. The government will lie and tell you nothing's happening here. These are not the droids you're looking for. But there's something going on.
Are you allowed to use that term now? It's going to get deleted.
What?
It's copyrighted. These are not the droids you're looking for. So Clem says in June. I'm not sure what you mean. If you're meaning Italy, nope. September. And Wendy said, no, not John. Dog COVID. Don't get me in trouble, Christy.
Now, Christy was saying yesterday.
Morning, Deborah.
Something. You just very quickly jumped. That
COVID?
was strange.
Dog COVID? We were talking about
No. Before
Italy?
then.
Flights?
Italy flights. I don't know. Must have been a lie. Right, Mom? She always says that. And then found out that her relatives say that. So that's where it came from.
Must have been a lie? No. I've heard that.
No, but her family says that. So, yes. She also says use guys.
No, she doesn't. Ask her.
Wow, come on. But her family does also.
Hi,
I am
Tom.
sure. Hello, Tom.
And then Deborah has been checking fares from Seattle to PV over $1,800 round trip. Yeah, it's insane how expensive flights have been right now.
One thing I did read yesterday was the resident-in-chief, Biden, was talking about how the airlines are going to have to start coming up to the plate. Now, because I keep saying, the government keeps giving these airlines money. They're giving everybody money, which is why if you rely on that country, you need to stop. But he's going on and saying that they're going to punish the airlines if there's delayed flights or canceled flights. You're going to get free stuff. It's going to be like you won a game show if your flights don't.
Well, either then they'll stop canceling and delaying flights, or they'll just have to charge more.
Yeah, because almost all the flights that we've been on recently, later, like 2 hours, 3 hours, it's just stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, if they can't get their crap together, they shouldn't be allowed to fly people. Period. Okay, so what can we talk about here today, honey? Well, we've got that new listing in Via La Estancia, which went live yesterday, I believe.
And potentially another one right away, too.
Yeah.
Possibly.
They're very luxurious because there's a development next door called Flamingos, and then it's Via La Estancia. And Via La Estancia takes like the Flamingos thing and just skyrockets the luxury.
Yeah.
Like they've got
Skyrocks?
the maintenance fees on a 2-bedroom are over $1,000 a month. Dollars. But I mean, I think it's like closer to $1,200 or $1,600 for the 2 bedrooms. And it used to be under $1,000, but they do a lot of stuff. I mean, there are a lot of workers there.
A lot of amenities, a lot of perks.
Yeah, and you can do a lot of stuff there. I mean, they can have housekeeping come and clean up your house 5 days a week, 6 days a week. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. And the price is not terrible that they're charging, but the property is stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
One of our guys was there this morning and was going to breakfast, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were all invited, and it was just kind of a last minute thing.
Well, it was last night at 5:30.
Yeah.
So I did tell our host that we would love to do it as a team, just so the whole staff can get a view and a feel of the resort, but we need a little bit more notice. He's like, okay, let me know when.
Oh, wow.
So cool. We'll book something.
Very cool.
Yeah, Clem is saying that in June his flight could be $269 one way from Winnipeg to PV.
Mm. And I'm imagining he's meaning Canadian dollars.
I don't know. Yeah, it's possible. And then Curtis is saying I've attempted to explain to those in Georgia what no-see-ums are. Try a Hennes. See if they can figure out those. Actually, no-see-ums
Hennes, I think, are no-see-ums. words.
Yeah, but is that a Mexican thing or
Jejenes, I think, are like the Mexican word
yeah,
for it.
But I think no-see-ums are just like little biting black flies, little tiny.
Which is what jejenes are. Like they leave that little spot of
No-see-um and
blood.
jejenes are the same thing.
Oh, okay.
He's just trying to explain to his friends in Georgia
Gotcha.
what they are because apparently it's not translating very well.
Jejenes bite like heck. And it never hurts when you first get bit.
Nope.
It's the 3 weeks afterwards.
There was a picture of a girl on Facebook, and you could just see the backs of her legs covered in jejene bites. And I'm like, oh, baby, you are in a world of hurt in a couple days. Because that's what happens for me anyways. It takes a couple of days, and then it's itchy, and my legs swell. And it's, for me, I think I'm allergic to them too, though, but
I think everybody's allergic to them, obviously, because when they bite, they give you a little drop of blood as well. They're like, "Hey, we're not going to take it all. We're going to leave a little bit.
We'll leave this little bit for you." Amelia yesterday in the pool got a couple of bites on her back.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. She's so cute.
Yeah.
She is so cute, and it's funny. Like I'll start singing in a terrible song, and she'll just start dancing.
Every time she hears music, yeah.
So
Hi,
when
Sarah.
Bluey,
¿Cómo estás?
when Bluey starts the song to Bluey, she'll just start dancing.
Yeah, Taylor says, "I want to watch I want to watch the beginning to Bluey, so Amelia will dance."
And they love each other so much. I mean, it's so cool to see they all hold hands and lay on each other.
Yeah.
Like they're just so stinking cute.
Clem says, "No idea about return yet. It's warm in June, hun."
It is, but you've got air conditioning. Just need to get some solar panels. So we had someone come and give us a quote on solar panels, telling me that solar panels are now a quarter of what they were, blah, blah, blah. So they come here, it wants 170 or 140,000 pesos.
145 is
to just add some more panels.
And a new
inverter, but it's a lot of money for what we're getting. It was still cheaper for me to buy what I bought than it was for what he said.
But the installation was expensive, and that included installation and everything.
No, the installation was like $1,000 is what I paid up there. So all in, I'm like $11,000. But now for $7,000, it's not going to work. So what I need to do is just find some panels in it.
What do you mean all in for $11,000?
For my original,
just labor.
Yes. No. The $11,000 is our 23 panels and the installation.
No, we paid over 100,000 pesos for those panels.
100,000 pesos.
Okay. That's $10,000.
Honey, 100,000 pesos based upon a 17.5 peso is about $7,000.
Okay, but you said 1,100. You keep saying 1,100.
$11,000.
Okay, now that makes more sense. You keep saying $1,100. Okay. You were saying 1,100. Okay, and that's
$11,000.
Wasn't making sense in my head.
And they want 7,000 for a lot less system than what I already have.
He did say those inverters went up, and it's a different inverter than what you have. So it could be that. I don't know. Hi, Tony.
Yeah.
How is the cold? I guess it's warm out.
It is warm,
isn't it?
Yeah, we saw a picture of somebody driving 4 or 5 days ago, and it was like 33.5 degrees.
33.5.
So you got to get every little bit.
In Canada.
In Canada, you really do need to. So, I mean, that's where the 1/10 of a degree is a big deal in Canada. It wasn't just 20 degrees. It was 20.3. Wow. I was sweating buckets. That 0.3 of a degree.
Not at 20, it doesn't make it that much of a difference.
So yesterday we kept the blue thing off of our pool.
We'll call it our blanket.
The thermal solar gain thing. Holy cow, is that ever heating that pool up? Just because our heater hasn't been on for weeks. And when that thing is on, it just skyrockets.
Yeah, because
the heat in the pool.
The night before last, the pool was actually hot and the girls were all pink-cheeked and rosy because it was so warm. Yesterday, it was very comfortable, but the wind was a little cool. So,
we kept the blue thing off all day.
We kept the cover off all day, yeah.
And we can cover it also. I just know we're going to start messing with the algae and stuff. We need to understand what we're doing before we do it. Because yesterday I looked and there was like this tiny little patch of algae on the wall that I kind of just got rid of.
Tony just said, couple days of sun, everyone was panicking about global warming, blah, blah, blah. Back to normal today, jacket is on.
People are stupid.
So what do you mean? What did you find in the pool?
Just a patch of green on the wall.
Um,
So I just kind of scrubbed it off and made it disappear.
That means they're not cleaning it well enough.
No, it means that we had that thing off all day yesterday. So that's what I'm saying. We don't understand what happens when the sun is out, etc. It's just a rooster.
I know, but
right in front of our door.
He was in our house.
He was kind of. He's in our front door. We have our yucca plants. I was walking to the store the other day with Taylor, walking by the yucca tree, and Taylor's like, "I love yucca." So I'm like, "Good. I'm glad you love yucca because we're gonna have a lot of yucca available." So we have our biggest one right now. It's got to be close to 20 pounds.
Are you sure? It looks even bigger.
Maybe.
It's hard to tell when it's attached to the branch, though.
It is.
One other little bit of interesting information is we started on our casita bathroom yesterday.
Oh, that's good.
Well, we didn't, but they did.
Yeah, but you also ordered from Home Depot?
Home Depot ordered and delivered, and in the time frame that they told me, they were really close to when they were going to deliver. So that was good.
Yeah, it is very intriguing to me how in Mexico, I'm thinking right now the smartest people are the people who get stuff delivered. You don't have to go to the stores anymore. Like, that's pretty smart.
And I'm going to do a Costco shop.
Because yesterday or the other day, Christy's like, well, I don't really want to go to Home Depot, so I'll see about getting it delivered. I said, how much did it cost? How much did it cost?
It was free.
It's free if it's over a certain number that you pay. It's like,
and my order was only just over 4,000 pesos, so it's not like it was a huge order. But yeah, they delivered it for free. So
everybody just needs to get everything delivered now. We don't need to go out anywhere and stop buying. Stop buying stuff. Buy a real estate. Don't buy crap. Because we are the ones that are encouraging the prices to continue to rise. Even Costco, which has been generally good, is still, we found out that Costco has raised their prices unnecessarily on a lot of stuff, like that greenhouse that I got. Like, that's just craziness.
Well, we got it for half of what they were paying for it in the States.
Yeah. But in the U.S., but it was expensive here at first. It started at 30,000 pesos. But that's the problem here. They kept raising the prices. Sam's has been very smart because Sam's is now going backwards.
And everywhere you look in Sam's, there's lower price stickers up. And
see, but that's what happens. If we stop going to the stores and stop buying from them, they're like, we need to go back. We need to go back. And they will go back. So ultimately, though, I mean, inflation is caused by governments printing money. So it's just not a fun world.
Yeah, but
that's
you know
why
what?
I like Mexico.
That's why we like Mexico. Exactly.
Because no matter what, we still pay in pesos. Our prices are still less. I mean, we can go to an oceanfront restaurant. Christy can order a fantastic steak, and she won't spend more than $15, $17 for a magic steak. That up in Canada starts at $50.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. On that note, you guys, think we're going to say adios. We've got stuff to do and people to talk to.
You're saying adios because you took Spanish today.
Yeah, well, I was good today.
There you go.
All right. You guys have a great Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday in some people's worlds. Enjoy, and we'll chat soon. Bye.
Have a taco for me.